Okay, we're just going live into a Facebook group as well. So we've come on a few minutes early just to get set up. So bear with us a moment while we get this all organised. Let me just see if we are live on the Facebook group as well. The joys of technology, but this is all what we do. Yes, we're on in there, which is fantastic. So let me just take this off here. I think that's right. Take that off there. Yeah, and then what we want to do now is just get our slides up. So good evening, everyone. While we're getting our slides up, we'll just take a moment to introduce ourselves, you know exactly who we are. So my name is Lisa Williams. I have been running my home-based business for the last 5 years alongside this remarkable company, which we're going to take you through some information about this evening. So 5 years ago, this month, I was sat where you are taking a look at this very same presentation and saw something that would allow me to work really flexibly, to be able to spend more time at home with my children, perhaps to leave my retail job. And, you know, it just seemed to tick every single box for me. Now, at the time, I didn't really know what to expect. I just thought I'll do exactly what I'm told from the person that introduced me. I followed in their footsteps, and the rest has been history, as they say. So, you know, 5 years into my business, I've now been able to quit my job. My husband's been able to quit his work. So this is our income, basically for our whole family now. It's well exceeded everything that I possibly imagined. And what we're going to take you through tonight is some information on how that's achieved. So this is my colleague, Rebecca Thompson. So she's going to tell you a little bit. I'll get the slides up while we're doing that.
Hi everybody, and thank you for logging in this evening. Like Lisa said, my name is Rebecca Thompson, and I've also been building my business for 5 years with Forever.
Twins!
Yay!
Not really though.
So we didn't actually know each other when we are just friends through the business, aren't we? So yeah. That's one of the, you know, the great things about the business. Yes. But my background was I was in event management, but actually at the time of joining, I was on maternity leave. So I've got 2 little boys, and at the time when I joined, my youngest was 6 months old and my eldest had just turned 3. And we'd started looking for schools for my eldest, and it just really got me thinking of, you know, I wanted to be that mum that was able to take them to school, to be able to go to the assemblies, go to the sports days, and, you know, be really hands-on. But equally, I've always been quite ambitious as well. And so I kind of started to look for a few different, you know, what was out there basically. And I stumbled across this opportunity. And I just could immediately see that it would be a way in which I could be that full-time mum, but also earn a full-time income at the same time. And for me, it fitted around my lifestyle. My husband was a professional rugby player. And although that sounds great, and it definitely does have its perks, it's also quite an unstable environment. And we often didn't know where we stood from one season to the next. So what Forever has done is really provided us with some stability and security for our family.
Fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to get the slides up now. I didn't want to do that while Rebecca was talking in case it like made her face disappear. So I'm going to do that now and get the presentation up for you. So hopefully you will be able to see that and hopefully still be able to see us. So we're going to take you through the information that myself and Rebecca looked at 5 years ago. So enjoy it, grab a pen and a piece of paper in case you've got any questions to ask at the end from the person that introduced you. But I hope, like us, you will be able to see something in here that might be able to help with perhaps some of the challenges that you are facing.
So without further ado, let's get the first slide up. So who are we? Well, in the UK, we've been successfully trading here for 25 years. So we're really well established. We've got sales of over 100 million, and we are actually investors in people accredited, which just means that we have award-winning training and support. So you might be thinking, you know, I don't know much about the industry. Don't worry, your hand is held every single step of the way. We're also members of the Direct Selling Association, which is just the governing body that looks after our industry and just means that everything we're doing is regulated to a really high standard. Internationally, we are actually a American company, and we have been going now for 40 years. We're privately owned, and we've got assets of over 1.5 billion. So what makes us really special is that we are cash rich and we are debt free. We've got a multi-billion dollar turnover, and we now operate in over 150 countries, which just means that the potential of what you've got your hands on is absolutely, well, just huge. We are in the health and wellness sector, which is a multi-trillion-dollar global market. So you're definitely in the right place.
So how is Forever so successful? It's the combined power of a network of home-based business owners. So people like you, people like me, people like Rebecca. And this business is for men and women. It can seem that it's quite a female-dominated environment, but actually, I just wanted to elaborate at this point of the presentation is that some of the most successful business owners globally are actually men. Now, it works for both, which is absolutely fantastic. So basically, lots of people do this around their current commitments. We're not saying it is just a home-based business. So lots of people, when they get started, they do this around their jobs, around their other commitments. And then what you'll find is later on that this business provides choices. And there may be some of the challenges that you're looking at in your life right now. And what we do are two very simple things. So as a network of business owners, we are supplying products directly to the consumer. Now, the consumer is people that you know. It's your friends, it's your family, it's your work colleagues. And these people will become customers of the product range in Forever. And our job is to help you to develop these customers. The second thing that we do is show the potential of the business opportunity to people that we know as well. So we get you to start thinking about people who you know. Who do you know who wants to earn an extra income? And as you begin to do that, what happens is your business begins to grow and it begins to expand. Forever Living do not have, we don't advertise. You can't purchase our products in shops. We don't have premises, therefore our overheads are very, very low. And this is how Forever reward us extremely well. All of those big overheads that traditionally go to other companies, they give back to the business owner. So some of the benefits of that means that literally you can earn as much as you want. And when I say that, I really, really mean that. Now, whether you're listening in tonight because an extra £50 would help you per month, you can have that. Whether you're on the call tonight because an extra £5,000 a month could help you, you can have that. Obviously, you're going to have to work a little bit harder, but it's very different to a traditional business where, you know, in my old job, I was told that I was worth £10 an hour. In Forever, I decided my worth, and the more I got to work, the more I began to see how uncapped this actually is. We also have a willable income, which again, traditional jobs don't offer. What that means is that when you're no longer here, from the business that you've built, Forever will continue to pay your income into your nominated bank account, and that can be left to your children or whoever it is that you want it to be left to. And I know 5 years in from working really hard, if anything happened to me now, my children, my husband are going to have this income coming in month on month on month. So it really, really just builds this financial security wall around you as well. You decide what you want. We're very different to a traditional job. Nobody in Forever is anyone's boss. We help and support you to achieve what it is that you're looking for. And we've got everything in place to allow you to achieve that. Like I said before, you can do it full-time, part-time, wrap it around your commitments. That, again, is entirely up to you. We just support you on what you tell us that you want. Full training and support is given. A lot of that is just plugging into a training on a Sunday evening, you know, with your slippers and your laptop up or whatever. So again, you can pick up on that whenever you want if you're not available on the Sunday evening.
So what is it that we actually do? Now, when I looked at the marketing plan, I was like, is that it? Because it's just 4 simple steps. So firstly, we use the product ourselves. We become what we say is our own best customer. And the reason why we do this is because as we start using those products and start feeling the benefit, you can then naturally recommend them to other people. And we've got a huge product range, which we will go into a little bit more depth later on. But basically, a lot of our products you'll be using every day in your life anyway. So it's just a case of replacing them and buying them from your own shop rather than from Boots or your supermarket or whatever. So we use the products. We then feel a benefit and we can share them with others. Now, when we do that, we earn a retail income. And I know that this happened very naturally for me, these 4 steps, because as I started earning that retail income, I was so excited that, and other people could see that. And I wanted to share that with others because I thought, if I can earn an income from doing this, I can help others do that as well. So I very naturally began to build a team. And once you start building a team, it's just coaching them to do exactly the same. So you're getting them to use the products themselves and share the products. And if they so wish, they can go on to build a team as well. So all we're doing, just to recap, is we're using the products, we're sharing the products, we are sharing a business opportunity, and then we're just coaching others to do exactly the same 4 steps. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk you through a little example which really helps to visualize exactly how our business works and how we can get paid so well. So as Lisa had already mentioned, we don't have big overheads, which is why we have a bigger profit margin. But what this example does as well is it shows how our time is leveraged really well. So basically what I'm going to do is talk you through this. So in the middle, you can see it says Forever Business Owner, 10 hours per week. Now that's pretty accurate for me when I started my business. And these are the first 5 key people that I have found. Now, as you can see, they're each putting in a different amount of time. And that is because everybody's looking for something different. And the beauty of this business is you can work it in whichever way you like. So you can see that there's a product promoter that's putting 5 hours in a week, a business leader putting in 10 hours, another business leader, so these are people that have started building a team, putting in 20 hours a week, 30 hours and 50 hours. Now, the combined hours, if you add all of those up, equals 125. Now, here's the really special part. So despite you only putting in 10 hours yourself, you're going to actually get paid on the full 125 hours. Now, can you imagine going to your boss tomorrow? I'm going to put 10 hours work in this week, but I'd like you to pay me on 125. Now, you can imagine what they'd say to you. And to be honest, it probably wouldn't be very pleasant. But that is exactly how this business works. And just to illustrate, you're not taking any money from any of these people in your team. This is coming from the Bank of Forever, from those huge profit margins that we've got. And it's Forever's way of saying, thank you for introducing people to the business. Thank you for coaching them on how to use the products, share the products, and share the business opportunity.
How amazing. That is the slide that blew me away, because I just thought, like, in my old job, I used to work 25 hours a week and I got paid for 25 hours. But in this, I knew if I put 25 hours a week in, I could be getting paid on like 200, 300 hours. And that is exactly what has gone on to happen. So when I'm on the school run, I'm getting paid from forever. When I'm on holiday, I'm getting paid from forever. And I suppose it's just, the only difference is that I started this 5 years ago. Anyone can go on to achieve that, which is just incredible. It's such a fair and equal opportunity. So these are the areas of income that are illustrated, just so you can get an idea. So perhaps building a team or sharing the business opportunity isn't for you, and you're sat on the call tonight thinking, do you know what, an extra £200 to £400 per month is all I'm looking for. And that is still a huge amount of money going into a household. That could be an extra £2,000 to £4,000 per year. And all you're doing is just recommending our products and allowing us to help you to develop some customers, and most importantly, look after them so that they come back month on month. So that £200 to £400 per month is a regular, stable income for you. And lots of people on the call tonight are achieving that. If you do want to, if you're earning that, you naturally probably will be excited about what you're achieving. And you'll know people that want to earn an extra £200 to £400 per month. So the natural next step is a business leader. And the income there is anything from £600 to £2,000 per month. So imagine that coming into your household. Like, what would that mean to you, and what difference would that monthly amount of money coming into your household mean? A business developer is, again, a natural progression. And what you're doing now is you're helping business leaders. And all that means is that the business is just starting to grow and grow and grow, a little bit like a domino effect. And you can find yourself earning £20,000 to £20,000 plus per month. Now, I'm not going to kid you. When I looked at that, I thought, yeah, whatever. Who earns £20,000 a month by using products, sharing products, and sharing a business opportunity? But actually, within an 18-month period, I found myself earning more than £20,000 a month. And life-changing, absolutely life-changing. So that's what you've got your hands on. And I only started because I was looking for £800 per month. So we mentioned earlier on that we are a global business. And again, you might think, well, I'll never grow a global business, but it's incredible how that does happen, because people that you know people that you don't in other countries, and that's how your business can begin to expand. Now, because we're in lots and lots of different countries, Forever Living products have to keep the business language really simple for us all to understand how we get paid, and also to monitor and track how our business is actually progressing each month. So when you join, you get your own website, and the website tracks something called a case credit. It's our internal currency. It works a little bit like a point system, so or a Boots Advantage card or a Nectar card. So when you put your card in the till at Boots and you buy some products, you get points, and those points are converted into prizes. But when products move through your Forever business, you get case credits, and those case credits are turned into pounds or dollars or euros, depending on where you live in the world. But basically, one case credit moving through your business means that you are going to be earning between £82 and £108 profit for every one case credit point that moves through your business.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through the marketing plan and just show you the potential of what you've got your hands on, and how your income can really rapidly start increasing. So the first position on our marketing plan is called an assistant supervisor. And by joining our business, you actually get promoted to this position. And this is where you will start to recommend the product, and you'll be earning a 35% profit margin, which is huge. I don't know if there's any people in retail on the call, but that's a really, really attractive profit margin. And you can be expected to earn anywhere between £200 to £400 a month. Now, the next level on our marketing plan is called supervisor. And this is where 25 of those case credits that you've just heard Lisa explain, that's where 25 of those have moved through your business. Now, this can be done in any way, in terms of by product moving through your business, by team members joining your business, and by those team members moving product as well. Now, once you hit this promotion, you also get a pay rise. So now you're going to earn 38% profit margin, plus you're also going to start accessing a team leading bonus. And your profit when you are at this level is anywhere between £300 to £500. Now, the next level is assistant manager, and this is where 75 case credits have gone through your business. Now, I'd just like to point out that you're doing nothing different from the assistant supervisor position to the assistant manager position. All that's happening is your customer base is naturally growing and your team's naturally growing as well. So you're putting in the same time and the same hours, but it's just multiplying and duplicating. And that is the secret, well, the power to this business model. You also get another pay rise, your profit margins increase, and you can see that you are now going to be earning in the region of £600 to £800 a month. I mean, how amazing is that, just from working a few hours flexibly around what you're already doing? Now, this is our pinnacle position on the marketing plan, and this is manager. And this is where not everyone, but a lot of people strive to reach, because you can see that a lot of people, when they reach this position, are actually looking to replace their full-time income. Doesn't mean that they necessarily want to leave their job, but what it does is it just gives them a lot more flexibility, freedom, and choice. Now, you can see here that at this point, you have got about 15 to 25 people in your team, and you're now going to start earning 48% on your retail. So you're earning almost half on everything that you sell. And you've also started building a team, which you've also started duplicating. And you can see on screen the different percentages of what you get paid on your team, depending at what level they are on the marketing plan. Now, if like me, you are not a numbers person, this bamboozled me for ages. Don't worry, because actually what Forever does is they provide you with a website, like Lisa says, and all of this is automatically accumulated for you, so you can't go wrong.
Can I just ask you a question? How long did it take you to get to this position and be earning that 800 to 2,000 a month?
So for me, it actually took me 12 months to get to this position, working very, very part-time with 2 young babies at home.
Okay, fabulous. And I think as well, just to illustrate on this diagram, it does say 15 to 25 people in a team. Now, for me, when I reached this position, I didn't find 15 to 25 people. I had introduced 2 people to the business, but it was what those 2 people went on to do. Because a lot of people worry that they don't know enough people. And this is how network marketing works. It's, maybe it's just a few people that who you introduce, and it's what that then leads to. And that's where this 15 to 25 people can come from, and how these case credits build in your business and you start to progress. So it's absolutely incredible.
It's also important to know everyone's got their own network, haven't they?
Yeah.
So Lisa and I, actually our children go to the same school. It's just a first school, isn't it? So yeah. It's a pretty small school. And within that schoolyard, there's so many big businesses, isn't there?
Yeah. And we all manage to build our business. We've all got our own customers. But there is a lot of us, and sometimes people can say, oh, I know somebody that does it, so, I shouldn't. That isn't the case. It really isn't, because everyone knows somebody that you don't. The other thing with this as well is if you just have a little look on screen, you can see that assistant manager position. You can see the person in the green circle is following you up the marketing plan. Everybody can reach this manager position, and that's what I love, because I know in my old traditional job there was always a boss above me, and I couldn't get that boss position and I couldn't overtake. But in this, you can achieve whatever you want. You can get the manager and beyond the person that introduced you. So if we just have a look at that person in the green circle, that assistant manager, they're going to see that you've just hit this manager position and you're earning £802,000 per month. They're going to naturally want to get to that level as well. And maybe those supervisors and new starters will. So let me just show you the power of what happens when you become a manager and people want to achieve that as well. So when you're a manager, like Rebecca said, you're earning 48% now on your products. You would be nuts to buy your products anywhere else. You're never working any differently in terms of looking after those customers right from the start. You're just earning more money because Forever can see that you're really taking the business seriously now. But let's say you introduce Sarah to the business. She's in that green circle. She was that assistant manager following you to the manager position, and Sarah has just become a manager as well. Now, this is where those willable incomes start to kick in, where you're no longer here, Forever will always pay you. And they recognize without you, Sarah would never have got involved. You've helped her get to that manager position because you've done it yourself, so she's naturally copying what you've done. And they're going to pay you 6% of Sarah's business turnover. Now, they're paying Sarah as well, but instead of Forever Living keeping that profit, they're giving you 6% back as a thank you for introducing Sarah. What that means in money terms is that 6% on an average manager business in the UK, that's worth about £900 per month. Now, when I looked at that, I thought, whoa. So if I help 3 people like Sarah get to that manager position, Forever are going to pay me like £2,800 a month just for helping 3 people. And I'll always be paid that. And I was like, they said yes. So I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to do that. But it doesn't stop there, because if Sarah goes on to help Sam, you also get paid 3% on that business turnover from Forever, which is worth about £450. So then I'm thinking, hang on a minute. So if my 3 Sarahs help 3 people like Sam, I could get that £450 three times over as well. Yes. Whoa, this is where it gets really, you can see the potential. Then if Sam helps Joe, Forever will pay you 2% on that business turnover, which is approximately £300. So if that happened in your business, you could expect a royalty style income. This is where you're getting paid a bit like a pop star or an author of a book. You've done your work, and this is going to be the reward forever. £1,650 in royalty income. If you add that to your income on the people who aren't managers yet, but are in your team and are striving towards that position or retailing the products, you're going to be earning between £2,500 to £3,500 per month. Now, that blew me away. I thought, I need to be a manager and I need to just help people to do what I did. And that's exactly what I went on to do. Is this me?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, these managers or people can come from anywhere in the world. Now, I'm going to very quickly give you an example of how this has happened to me. I didn't know anybody internationally. I was having a conversation with my next door neighbour one day about my business opportunity and finding out what she was up to. Now, she said to me, do you know what? What you're describing, I think my sister would love, because she desperately needs more time with her children and she desperately needs to earn more money. So I met with that lady for a coffee. She looked at the business. She saw the potential. She got registered. She knew a lady in Boston out in the USA. She shared the business opportunity with her. Both of those ladies are now managers within my business. One of the other managers in Boston has helped another lady get to manager. And that is just how it works. These people, it doesn't matter who you know, people know somebody that you don't. So these managers can come from in the UK or anywhere in the world.
So if that wasn't as and exciting enough, God, then this is our progression plan as well. So after you've helped, after you've reached the pinnacle position of manager, it's all then about how many other people can you help. And this is where the business blows my mind and why I love it, because it's just so ethical. You get paid or rewarded for the more people that you help, which is just amazing. So if you help 2 people get to manager, you can see the income on screen. If you help 5 people get to manager, you're at a position called soaring manager. And this is where I am on the marketing plan. Sapphire is 9 managers and Lisa is a Sapphire manager. And we've got Diamond, Sapphire manager and Diamond. And you can see that the incomes just periodically increase. Now, currently in the UK, we have got only 2 Diamond managers, which I think is crazy because they've sponsored each 25 people. Now, you might be looking at that income and you're thinking, get away, that's not real. I can assure you that it is. And I'm not earning anywhere in the region of the Diamond manager yet, but what I love is that potential is there. So I know for me, I have planted my flag in forever and I'm going to be doing this business for the long run. And I just think, goodness, if I, over the next 25 years, if I help just 1 person a year get to manager, that could be the income that I'm on. And I know that there's no other job out there that could give me that same potential, which is just so exciting.
Well, you'd need a degree, wouldn't you? And
yeah,
some kind of certificate to say, to get a salary like that.
Yeah. Well, I have got a degree and I still wouldn't be on anything like that.
I haven't got a degree. In fact, I just scraped my GCSEs. And that's the beauty of this. Anyone can do this. Doesn't matter your background, where you've come from. It is literally about where you're going. And some of this you might be sat on the call thinking, whoa, that's just way over my head. I couldn't even think about that. That is just what's out there. There's lots of people on here just want an extra couple of £100 a month, and that's fine. We can help you with that as well. But this is just to highlight what is available and what can happen to ordinary people if you're prepared to follow those 4 steps that Rebecca talked about earlier on. So as well as all that amazing income that you can achieve in Forever are a very, very generous company, and they give back a share of company turnover every single year. Our founder is a very, very generous man. He's called Rex Moore, and he set the business up 40 years ago. He doesn't have to do this, but he does. He likes to reward and give recognition to those business owners who are really expanding the business. And we have something called a chairman's bonus. Now, this is given back to business owners who are at that manager position and they have helped somebody get to that manager position. It's given to you based on how many case credits your business is doing in a year. But these checks range from $3,000 right up to $1 million. Now you can see under this screen here that it says Natalie Healy under our heads. Natalie Healy is a lady who started her business 12 years ago. She has helped us massively build our business. And she started this business to earn an extra £300 a month. It took her 2 years to get to manager. She didn't do anything quick. And our amazing Natalie, who works alongside us, so if you do get started, I'm sure you'll meet her as well, has picked up $1 million checks, which is just incredible. And, myself and Rebecca and lots of people on the call tonight have been awarded with these checks. I think in the last 5 years, myself and my husband, we've had just over £250,000, which is phenomenal. So again, that's up for grabs.
And it's just like an extra bonus, isn't it? On top of your wage.
Yeah. And it goes into your bank account the very next day that check's presented to you, which is very nice. So we have other extras such as global travel. 2 exciting destinations are available every single year for those people who are building their business and taking it very seriously. It's nothing but the best. We've travelled all over the world in the last 5 years. We've been able to take our family with us to places. We've been to Singapore, South Africa, Dallas, Dubai, Cancun. We're going to Sweden this year. So it's incredible. And you know what's even more crazy? This was the point where I thought, oh my goodness, I'm working for Disney, is that when you get there, you get a loaded credit card. So even though Forever are paying you this income, they don't even want you to spend that. They'll give you a loaded credit card topped up with your spending money on when you're there. So it is just incredible.
It's the only holiday I've been on where I've come back with more money than what I went with.
Exactly.
And the incentives don't stop there and the perks. We also have something called Forever to Drive. Now, this is where you can be awarded up to £6,300 per year. And it's called Forever to Drive, but actually it's a lump sum of money paid into your account every month. So you can spend that on whatever you want. Some people do choose to spend it on a car, but for others, it could go towards childcare costs, the mortgage, holiday fund, whatever that looks like for you. There are 3 levels, and once you've qualified, you are qualified for 3 years as well, aren't you?
Yeah. There's some people in the business. So we know a guy in Newcastle. He's been with Forever for 17 plus years. He's about 85, isn't he? Bless him. But he's a Sapphire manager. He's 85 years old. And he has been on the car plan for 17 years, which I just think is phenomenal. So, as long as you keep re-qualifying, they will always just keep giving that to you.
Now, we wouldn't have such a solid business. We wouldn't have been around for 40 years, and we certainly wouldn't have got the huge turnover which we do if it wasn't for our products. So we are in the right marketplace. Now you can see on screen, these are just some of the sectors that we trade in, and you can see the UK market values. Now remember, we're actually in over 150 countries around the world, and these are just the UK markets. So you can see that the potential is just insane. So to just take one, vitamins and supplements worth 414 million just in the UK. So what we are doing is we are recommending products to people that people actually want, and people are using them already. They're probably just using a different brand.
And can I just say, sorry, I always keep going off track, but just before we started this call, Rebecca got a message through from somebody that she knows asking if she could order one of these weight management programs, which you can see is the £2 billion market. So Rebecca had literally just dropped her boys off at home, come over here, and she's made almost £50 just by somebody dropping her a message and saying, could I order one of those?
That's the power of the business.
How I would have had to work 5 hours in John Lewis to earn that. Crazy. So why Forever products? Well, Forever Living are the world's largest grower and producer of aloe vera. If you don't know anything about aloe vera, that's okay. Neither did I. And in fact, I'm still learning about it now. But I do know that it is a plant which has so many health benefits, which Forever use as our main ingredient in all of our products. If you've never seen an aloe vera plant before, it looks a bit like a cactus. If you were to snap the leaf in half, inside of that plant is a gooey gel, and it is like a medicine. It is so, so good for you. And that's how we've got a business that people trust, because lots of people know aloe vera, but we have we're the world's #1 grower and producer, but we have the highest quality of aloe vera in the world. We are known as the aloe vera company. Nobody can copy the way we produce and stabilize our aloe vera. So it's very potent. What that means is actually we're called forever living products because the products are as alive in the tubes as what you would expect in the ground, because they're taken from the ground and they're bottled within 2 to 4 hours of them leaving the plant. And the way we take them through this process is they hold all of the nutrients in there. All of our products are superior quality. They're safe, natural, GM-free ingredients. Oops. We don't use any insecticides or artificial fertilizers. In the UK, we have an advisory board of highly professional, qualified professionals. We've got a GP, we've got a vet, we've got a nutritionalist, skincare expert. So literally, we've got everything there to help you to build your business. Now, my customers, you know, I've got 15 regular customers. They purchase the products from me that I fell in love with. And that's probably 7 products out of a range of 300 products. They're the ones that I've become an expert in. So I haven't learned about everything, but you can if you want to. It just depends on how much time you've got. What's incredible is that all of our products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Now, I challenge you to go into the high street and see if you can find a shop like Boots or somewhere where the products are consumable or topical for the skin, and ask if you can use that whole product, and if you don't like it, could you return it? They would say absolutely not. But in Forever, after 40 years of success, you can use that product, and within 60 days, if you didn't like it, you can get your money back, no quibble whatsoever. Now, for me, when I looked at that, I thought that is gold, because actually these products must work. These products must be good. They've been trading for 40 years. They must be incredible. And they are, because I've used them now for the last 5 years. So I've learned how good they are. They're pure and simple products for everyone. We don't test on animals, but what is fantastic is that animals can benefit from our products. So my little French bulldog Dolly drinks the aloe vera gel, and that keeps her immune system and digestive system tip top. 60-day money back guarantee. And again, we've got stamps of approval from different beliefs and backgrounds, because we're a multicultural business where, you know, we've got kosher, we've got halal, because we're operating in all of these countries as well. So Forever have got all of that covered too.
So what Forever have really cleverly done is they've put together a pack, which just means that you can get started in your business really quickly, really effectively, and you can start earning money immediately. So as you can see on screen, they have put together a pack of 18 top selling products, because what we want you to do is start using some of our best sellers, start feeling the benefits, and that's when you can start recommending them to others. Now, also included in the pack, you get all the literature that you need to get started. So you get things like your receipt pad, your order forms, your product brochures. You also get a training manual, which is kind of similar to, well, we kind of call it the Bible, don't we?
Yeah.
It's like the Oracle. If you don't do anything else, if you just read this book, you can build a really, really successful business. You also get an online shop. You get a website, and you get your global business license as well. Now, all of that is put together for just £199.75, which I think is absolutely phenomenal, don't you?
Yeah, well, when I started my business and I didn't have a spare £199, I put it on a credit card, and my first goal was to have that made back before the bill arrived. And that's what I did, because I could see the potential in it. You know, my husband was an electrical contractor, and his business to start up cost him about £17,000, and it took him years before he started to make a profit. So once you've made that investment back, if you set your goals, you know, quite swiftly with the person that's introduced you, you're in profit really once that investment's been made back. So you might be thinking, that's great. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for 5 years, but actually, will it work for me? And we always like to turn that question back and ask, will you work for it? You've seen the potential of what this can do. And actually, even if you're on the call and just wanting an extra £50 a month, that needs to be taken seriously, because if you want that to come in month on month on month, you're going to have to learn a few skills and be coachable to do that. You need to commit a little bit of time. Now, that time is absolutely up to you. Nobody should dictate that. That's up to you. However, you do need to be self-motivated, because nobody in forever is anyone's boss. So you've got to have a bit of drive and a bit of self-motivation, and be willing to work with the person that's introduced you to the business, because they've been doing it and they know how it works. You know, you can think big and dream big. This is probably the only time in your life to stumble across an opportunity like this that can actually change your life. I mean, we know that firsthand from the impact that it's you know, happened in our life. It can happen for you. So you can start to think big again. Also committing to having regular customers. We take you through a process and a system that allows you to monitor and track your customers, so that you build relationships and trust there, so that these customers do come back month on month, year on year. You need to be prepared to tell people about what you're doing. If you buy that box and you just put it in your lounge and look at it and think, oh, it might turn into £100,000 one day, it won't. It definitely won't. You need to get it open. You need to start using the products. You need to start letting people in your family, your network, your friends, your work colleagues, let them start using your products. And once you start feeling the benefit of earning that extra money, you will know people that want to earn an income too, and we can help you to share that information with them. Also, having a great attitude helps as well. So you need to be open-minded, and hopefully see the potential of what this can provide for you and your family.
So from what you've seen so far, you're probably in one of three places. You might be thinking maybe, and that is absolutely fine. We have given you a lot of information this evening, and actually it's quite natural that you may have some questions. All I would say or urge you to do is please post your questions below, or put them to the person that invited you on the call this evening. And the only reason that I say that is because people already in the business are the ones that are qualified to answer those questions. Now, you might be thinking no, and that is absolutely fine. We're not here to try and convince anyone to do anything. But what I would say is maybe speak to the person that invited you on the call about some of the products, because I can, well, pretty much guarantee that you would like some of those. And, or I should say, you might be thinking, yes, you might be thinking, Lisa, Rebecca, I just want you to stop talking. I want you to get off this call and I want to get registered. And if that is you, that's fantastic. It's a really simple online form that you need to complete. And then your business in a box, as we like to call it, will get delivered in just a few days. So, yeah, I think that's about it from us, isn't it?
That is it. So get your questions answered. We hope that you are as excited as what we were 5 years ago when we looked at this.
Still are.
And still are, as you can tell, having our glass of vino on a Monday night. Get your questions answered. We run these presentations up and down the UK. So if you want to go to one and actually meet some people in person, again, you can do that. You've got an opportunity to be able to do that. We can find out where your local one is. And if you do join the business and get started with us, we really, really do wish you lots and lots of success. We believe that after tonight, if you do get registered, you have just got yourself a golden ticket in life, because you only live once. And we leave you there with Rex Morn, our founder. We are so grateful for what he's provided to us and the people that we work with. And his quote there, it sounds a bit cheesy, but create your masterpiece, create your greatness. And you can certainly do that with the simplicity of Forever Living products. So thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Bye.